Hey everybody, Hunter back again from Showtime Studios. We're going to do our last, what are we doing? The show recap for the year. We attended our last show for this year yesterday and had a real good time. Pretty good turnout as far as models. Vendors was down a little bit, and that show was in Norfolk, Virginia, down at the TAM show. We missed it last year, so made a last minute decision to go to it this year. It was not in the cards leading up to the show, but I decided about, I think it was probably 6 o'clock on Friday to get some stuff together and take it down. So we took down 8 models altogether. I took 6, Sandy took 2, and did very well. So before we get into what awards we picked up from that show, we'll go ahead and show you some of the kits that we picked up. And I actually splurged a little bit at this one. A little bit, not much. First one I picked up, and this is an all automotive show that we went to, so I was really surprised to see this kit on a vendor shelf, and especially for the price. They wanted $15 for it, so as soon as I seen it, I said, gotta have it. Picked it up, and it is the 1/350th scale USS Mommsen, and pretty decent kit from Trumpeter. Does have the photo etch in it. So this is one of the directions that I want to take Showtime Studios is definitely getting our first ship model done here. I've attempted them in the past, and like many other models, have never succeeded. I was told that this is a pretty decent model, especially the one with the photo etch railings and everything in it. So we'll see. I don't know what'll happen, but hopefully something good will come out of this. Next up, I finally picked up a kit that I actually bought a long time ago, and the guy that I bought it from forgot to bring it to a couple shows back, and he was at this show. I sent him a message Friday night, and I said, bring a kit with you if you think about it. So he brought this little kit that I picked up. It's the 1/700 scale Russian Navy cruiser, and this is a pretty neat little ship kit, especially the coloring on this. The deck is black and red on the top of this ship, which is pretty cool. So that's something that we look forward to maybe getting done here at Showtime Studios. And then 2 that we won from the raffle. Actually, Sandy won both of these. I didn't win anything. She picked up the 94 Camaro Z28 convertible from AMT. So we won that in the raffle. And we also won the Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 from AMT. So we'll put them in the stash and hopefully get them built one of these days. We shall see. And the 2 other kits that I picked up, a guy had a decent price on them, and they were both sealed. And I went ahead and said, I got a spring for those. 2 kits from Fujimi, and the first one is the Porsche 928. Any of the Porsche fans out there are not a real big fan of this car, but I like it. I've got an idea for this car. We shall see as time goes on if that will take place or not, but it is a decent looking kit, and it's molded in the light green. I don't know if it's showing up on the box art there, but the kit is actually molded in the box art color, which is pretty cool. And the last kit that I picked up from the same vendor was another Fujimi kit, and this is the Mercedes SLS AMG. Now, both of these, the Porsche and the Mercedes, are curbside kits, no engines. Actually, the hoods and everything are molded into the body, which are real nice kits for, that quick build that you want to do. Or like when I go to the shows, we do the curbside category or the slammer categories. These are great kits for that. And I'm also thinking these might be a good candidate for the upcoming 24-hour build at the end of January in 2019. So that's all that we picked up from the vendor area. So next, I guess we'll move on to the awards that we picked up. Like I say, we did take down 8 models. 6 were mine, and 2 of them were Sandy's. And we'll start out with Sandy's, what she won at the show. And this year they changed. Normally they do plaques at that show. This year they're actually doing the ribbons with the medals, which was pretty cool, something different. They've never had that before. I heard mixed reviews on that. Some people didn't like it. Some people did. I think they're pretty cool. So to start out with, Sandy picked up a third place for her little 66 Mustang that she done, the little AMT kit. And she put that in the factory stock category, 60 to 70, I think it was, is what category that was in. And she also picked up the out-of-box award for that category and for the Mustang. And that's a neat thing that this show does. They have pretty much an out-of-box award for each category that's on the tables. So you can put a build down in a full detail category, which a lot of times factory stock is. And if that model is box stock, it has a chance to place either in the 1, 2, 3 or get a box stock award. Or you can do both. Like she did, she got a third place award and they picked it for the best box stock out of that category. So that's a pretty cool way of doing it. And the next model that she took down was a little pink Jeep, which was a 24-hour build that she done. That was a couple years ago that she done that one. And she picked up the out-of-box award for that. She didn't place in that category, but she did get the out-of-box award. So she did very well down there. I was very excited about that. And next, we'll move on to what all I took down. Let's see, and these are in no particular order here. This is actually for the little street rod that we did the tutorial series on. It won first place in the street rod category. So that was pretty cool. And next up, we have the Bedford Tanker truck that we done a bunch of videos on. I took that down and put it in the rust and dust category, and was up against my good buddy Robert Doss, who is a phenomenal builder. And of course, he was there with a new build on the table, and very nice build. He's going to go back and do some tweaking to it, and that we discussed. And I think it'll be it'll definitely be a contender. Anything he builds is a contender. And he did take out the theme award with that truck. That was we were going head to head with in the rust and dust category. So this is for the Bedford Tanker. So I got that for the rust and dust category. And next up, let's see here. What do we have? This is for the under construction category. I actually took the parts and pieces to the Pro Street 112 scale Mercedes that I'm working on. Some of the stuff that I had ready to go in the car, like the MSD box, the nitrous bottle. What else did I put in there? The tack. And then I just glued the wheels under the fender wells, glued them down to the chassis jig that we've been doing videos on, and set the body in place on the jig and put it in the under construction category. And it came out with a first place in that one. And a lot of people really liked it. They're kind of anxious to see that model done. And that'll make two of us, because I'd like to see it done also. Let's see. Next up, we have second place award. And this was for the import category. I took down my little Tamiya Skyline GTR that I'd done years ago. I took that down and put it in the import tuner category and got a second place with it. And they also picked that little model for best out of box in that category. And let's see, moving on. Where are we at next? We are up to the large scale category. And this is for the VW Beetle. I put it in, I think it's 1/16 and larger is what that category is. A lot of people really like that build, and it come out with a first place in the large scale category. And the last two awards that I have here is for my 24-hour Jeep that I done. Somehow or another, I put that in. I think it was it was called public service category. It's kind of like a light commercial category. And since I'd done that up with the decals that come in the kit, the Park Ranger decals, it fit that category. And they picked that thing as first in the public service category. And it also received the best out of box in that category. So overall, it was a real good day. We had a great time. It's a long day for us because it's about 3.5 hours down and usually about 4 hours back. So, and with the show being in there, it's a long day, and we did it all in one day. So, but we had a real good time, and that's about it on all of the class wins that we picked up. At the end of the award ceremony, they give out the People's Choice and the Best in Show award, and also the theme award. And like I say, my good friend and fellow builder Robert Doss took the theme award with his Chevrolet pickup. And I ended up coming out with the People's Choice Award for the Beetle. And from what I was told, going up to receive this award, it was pretty much a hands down, I guess, pretty much a full sweep on what people liked for People's Choice, and they voted the Beetle. So very happy with that. That's pretty cool. That makes about 4 years in a row that I have done. No, actually not on the People's Choice. I've been kind of hit or miss on the People's Choice. I think I have like 3 of these awards for all the years that we've been down there. And the last award that was handed out was, of course, the Best in Show award. And that also went to the VW Beetle. Now, this award here, I actually have, I think, 4 years in a row. I've got the Best in Show, which is done by the judges. And the People's Choice, of course, is done, you know, what the people like. They pick a model. You get a voting ballot. You write down one number on, you know, anything that's in the contest. And whoever tallies up the most votes, that's who gets the People's Choice. So overall, like I say, very excited to have both of these awards. And excited for Sandy to pull out some awards with a couple builds that she's done so far. So that pretty much, like I say, wraps up the show season for Showtime Studios. We are done. It's time to get a little bit of cleanup done in the hobby room, which is definitely on the list, and probably be taking a little bit of a break from the garage. So we might start doing some videos here real soon. So stay tuned for them. I want to thank all my subscribers, new ones, old ones. The list is still growing. We're moving up there in the subscriber list. We're at over 4,600 now, which is pretty cool. I'd like to see it grow a little bit more. So we're going to try to get some good tutorial videos out here, and hopefully people will jump on board and follow along. So like I say, that's all we've got for this year. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching and supporting Showtime Studios. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some more videos. And as always, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.